An initial agreement between the United States and Iran to extend their shaky ceasefire is getting closer to a formal signing. The agreement, signed electronically on Sunday, is meant to provide a meaningful truce in the months-long war. A planned reopening of the Strait of Hormuz is at the core of this deal. However, there are still lingering questions over the fate of Tehran's nuclear program and the offensive by Israel in Lebanon. Let's bring in Mona Yacoubian. She's the director and senior advisor for the Middle East program at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Mona, great to be with you. This agreement is, as they're calling it, is a memorandum of understanding, their words. So what can you tell us about this agreement, and how close could this get us to actually having a concrete deal to end the war?
Great questions, Elizabeth. The bottom line is we don't know yet what's in the MOU because it hasn't yet been made public. And so a lot of uncertainty about the specific details of the document, which is reportedly quite brief. What we understand it to include is, first, a 60-day ceasefire. Second, very important, the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. And third, a willingness for both Iran and the United States to go back to the negotiating table. Those are the key elements, but there's a lot of detail that we still don't understand that will have a lot to do with where things go.
You know, Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have been at odds recently. The U.S. and Iran began this war, U.S. and Israel began this war really in lockstep with each other. And now it seems Israel is left out of the MOU. Is Israel's influence in Washington weakening? And how could that influence this deal?
Well, I'm not sure I'd make that direct connection, Elizabeth. I think what's important to underscore is that the MOU is really an agreement to get back into negotiations and to reopen the strait. Now, what is important is the ceasefire of the MOU reportedly also includes Lebanon. And this is where the tensions between the United States and Israel are becoming more apparent. As you rightly note, Israel is not part of the negotiations for the MOU. And yet, it will be, if this MOU is to be enforced, it will be incumbent on Israel and Hezbollah, Iran's proxy, to abide by a ceasefire negotiated by the U.S. and Iran.
Mona Yacoubian, thank you so much.